weird sciencey facts that boggle my mind. Do you ever feel like you're under an immense amount of pressure? Well, you literally are. We always think of air as weightless, and if something's really light, it's floating on air. But that's not really the case. Air is made up of atoms, it has mass, it exists, and therefore it has weight. And above our heads, there is 60 miles of air pushing down on top of you. And all of that air ends up weighing a lot. 14.7 pounds per square inch. That is a bowling ball's worth of weight on a space smaller than your thumbprint. And if you think about it, it makes sense because air, like water, is a fluid. And just like how an object experiences more pressure the deeper it goes in the ocean, the same thing happens the deeper you go in the atmosphere, and we are really just at the bottom of an ocean of air. And the closer you get to the surface of our ocean of air, which would be outer space, the less matter there is pushing down on top of you and the less weight there is. So you've got less weight on your shoulders at the top of Mount Everest than you do on a beach in Florida. But then that raises another question, is like, why don't we feel it? Why do we not feel this immense weight that is on us? If we all had bowling balls covering every square inch of our body, we wouldn't be doing so hot. And the reason we don't feel it is because we're all full of hot air. I mean, it doesn't have to be hot, but you know, we're 98 degrees and it was just, never mind. The point is that our bodies are mostly empty space, and a lot of that empty space is filled with air that is the same pressure as the outside air. So we have roughly the same pressure pushing out as we do pushing in, and that equalizes us. Think about it like this. Imagine we are empty plastic water bottles. If you just set that empty plastic water bottle on a table and leave it alone, it holds its shape. It's not getting crushed by the 15 pounds per square inch of atmosphere that are weighing down on top of it, because there's also 15 pounds per square inch of atmosphere inside of it. But if you put that water bottle up to your mouth and suck all the air out of it, you remove all that inside pressure that was pushing out against the weight of the atmosphere, and that outside atmospheric weight crushes the water bottle. But since we're like the empty water bottles with the air still inside of us, we don't get crushed. And we don't feel the difference because there's no pressure difference from the inside to the outside. So every day we're walking around with the weight of hundreds of bowling balls on top of us, and we don't even notice. And that to me is pretty mind-boggling.